Okay, now let's have some exercises. So earlier, if we could write the formula from the ions, we could also do the reverse, right? We could write the ions from a chemical formula. So you reverse the crisscross, right? So in here, since this is a polyatomic ion, this is SO4, and since it has no subscript here, there is only an invisible one, right? If we crisscross, we will have a potassium, only positive 1, or positive na lang, hindi natin sulat yung 1, and SO4 to negative, right? So that's our two ions. Now, if we already have the ions, we can proceed with naming the compound. We can do it by naming the ions individually, right? Since this one is potassium, right? And SO4 to negative is, you can check the other slides, that would be sulfate. Okay, so that's the name of this compound. K2SO4 is potassium sulfate. Okay, now another example. We try again to crisscross. Okay, since there's nothing written, so you could try the one for just for visual purposes. So we can crisscross. The barium would have a charge of positive 2, and then the OH would have a charge of negative 1. Now, barium, you can write the name. Since it is metal, it is the same. And for OH negative, the name is hydroxide. So Ba, parenthesis OH2 is barium hydroxide. Okay, next, if we have 3 here, so this has an invisible one, which means that the Fe has a positive 3 and the chlorine has only negative 1. So if you're wondering why this is positive, this is negative, so remember that metals, okay, has a positive charge due to their low electronegativities. So they are more prominent to donate their electrons than the non-metals, right? So to name, again, Fe3 positive is iron. Then we'll use the parenthesis. So how many charge? 3. So Roman numeral 3. And then chloride. Or, remember that we have a older way of naming this using the us and ik. And positive 3 is greater than positive 2. So this would be ferric chloride. So either name would be it's okay. So it depends on what are you used to. Next, we have NH4Br. So again, this is a polyatomic ion. Since both doesn't have a subscript, you can assume this is 1. So we can crisscross. So this is NH4 positive and this is Br negative. So for 1, we do not write the number 1. NH4 is ammonium. And then Bri, bromide. NH4Br is ammonium bromide. And next, again, we crisscross. Write the name of the element, chromium, which would be positive 3, and then the oxygen, which is negative 2. You can pause the video, try to find the names. This would be chromium oxide. Sorry, we need to write the parentheses and the charge. Chromium 3 oxide. Okay? Now, earlier, we provide name from the compound. So now, let's have the formula from the name. So for example, potassium, we need to first write the ions. And then sulfide, we have S, 2 negative. Then we do the crisscross, K, 2, S. Okay, simple as that. Next, we have calcium hydrogen carbonate. So you write the calcium, which is positive 2. Now your hydrogen carbonate is HCO3 negative. Okay, that's your anion. So when you do the crisscross, now since this is only one, so the calcium would have no subscript. Then since these two would be applied to all the polyatomic anion, we must first enclose it in parentheses HCO3, and then we write the subscript 2, which means the 2 is applicable to all the elements in this polyatomic compound. Next, we have nickel 2 perchlorate. So from that, we have the nickel. Then earlier, we used this to name, but now we can also use this to determine the charge, which means nickel here has a positive 2 charge. Then perchlorate, remember our perchlorate is ClO4 negative, or negative 1, right? Then we do the cross. We have a nickel, and again, this is polyatomic, so we enclose it in parentheses, LO4 2. Okay? Next, we have magnesium, which is positive 2, and sulfate, SO4 2 negative. So when we crisscross, magnesium would have a subscript of 2. Then this is a polyatomic, SO4, then 2. Since this is the second case earlier, we can divide the subscript with the integer, leading to Mg. Since 2 over 2 is 1, so we can do that right. And then SO4, since this is also equal to 1, right? And last, we have the lead, Pb, which is also 2 positive from the parenthesis, added with the nitrate, the NO3 negative, doing the crisscross. We have the Pb, parenthesis, NO3, 2. Okay? As you can see, as you would notice, uh, formulas and the name is go. So as you can notice, formula and the name goes hand in hand with each other, and it both starts with determining the ions. So that's why I told you in the beginning that you need to be familiarized, right? Familiarize yourselves with the cations and anions, because if you do not memorize it, okay, it would be naming and the formula would be difficult.